What's going on, guys? Matthew Moniz here, and today is very special because on this table we have a product that has the latest flagship specs and only costs $300. This, my friends, is the Pocophone F1 by Xiaomi. So here it is, the Pocophone F1. First time seen in my entire life with flagship quality under $500. That is absolutely insane. Now, if it would come out of the box, I could show you the phone. Okay, sorry guys, this is the most, I think Poco is playing a joke on me. They don't want me to take the phone out of the box. They're like, okay, you know what? Let's put the phone off to the side. We get the complimentary case that comes with this device. Now, this is the typical TPU plastic case. This will hold you over until you get something better. I don't suggest keeping this as your main case because the protection is just not there. And the Pocophone. Poco. Okay, whoo! Finally got the phone out of the box. Now, since this is the global version, we have a European adapter for 220 volt. Am I right, Ash? 220 volt. And we also have your USB cable. This is USB Type-C, and since this is running a Snapdragon 845, you can expect quick charging in the box. SIM tool, and that's about it for $300. Now, I need everybody to be quiet for the removal of the plastic. Oh, that sweet, sweet sound of love. Beautiful. Now, the first thing I notice is how well it fits in my hand. It's super comfortable. This is a 6.18-inch device, and yet they've slimmed out the bezels to make it comfortable to hold in the hand. The next thing I notice is the back. Now, there's two different versions of this. There's the Armored Edition, which is this one here, which has a Kevlar backing, and there's a regular plastic version, which has more of a plastic feel to it. Look, I'm okay with plastic on the back. It does a couple of things. First and foremost, if you drop your phone, it's just not gonna shatter as if it was glass. And number two, it helps Xiaomi or Pocophone reduce the price of the phone so they can get you the latest specs right in your hand. Now, as you can see here on the back, we have dual cameras. We're gonna test that out very, very shortly. We have your flash on the top of the device, and of course, the fingerprint scanner just below it. In terms of finger placement, my finger rests naturally on it, which is always great. And on the front, we have a notch, but you do have two sensors in the front. One is your actual front-facing camera, which is 20 megapixels, and the other is an infrared scanner, which means when you use Face ID or Face Unlock with this device, if it's dark at night, it's still gonna recognize your face. Again, did I mention this phone is $300 and it has that feature? That's pretty awesome if you ask me. Side, you have your buttons, volume up and volume down. Of course, the power button feels nice and solid. The phone is set up. The first thing that I notice is this display. 6.18 inches, LCD, IPS, bright enough to use outdoors for $300. Did I mention this phone is $300? Probably not, but either way, it's a beautiful display. Moving through the menus is absolutely fluid, at least based on my initial testing. Anywhere I go, it does it with style and it does it with grace. But one thing that I noticed, one thing that's different from the majority of phones at this price point out there is the speakers. There's dual speakers on this device and they actually sound pretty darn good. Now, the big deal about this device for $300, $300, I feel like I didn't mention that. The big deal is the fact that it's using that Snapdragon 845 with the 6 gigabytes of RAM and it's liquid cooled. That's a feature you usually find in high-end gaming phones or $1,000 smartphones that are currently on the market. It's here in a $300 device. That means when I'm playing games like PUBG, the phone's not gonna feel too hot, it's gonna keep cool, there's gonna be no frames dropped, and the experience itself is gonna be very enjoyable. Yes! Yeah, baby! You've been shot! So far, the gameplay on this thing is absolutely awesome. The back of the phone is not getting hot, which means the liquid cool technology is doing its job. My God, $300 and I'm playing PUBG like it's nobody's business. Now that's impressive for the price. Did I mention it's $300? Anyways, I'll kill some more noobs later. Now look. Two cameras on the back. The second lens is used as a depth effect, so that means you do got portrait mode on this device, which is another feature you find on more expensive phones. You know what? Let's take an example. Now, obviously this is early testing. I'll do a full review later on down the road and really put this camera through its paces. But again, $300! Dual lenses, portrait mode, slow motion, 240 frames per second, something you find on more expensive devices. Now, one of the other big features about this device is what's inside. A 4,000 milliamp battery. That's something you don't get on most flagship phones these days, but you get it on this device, meaning you can take this device up to 2 days without having to charge it. And if you have to, you have the quick charger in the box, and this thing will top up very quickly. So that pretty much wraps up my first hands-on and impressions of the Pocophone F1. I am shocked that you can get a device for $300 and have the specs that this phone has. Liquid cooled, dual cameras on the back. India must be loving this device right now because that's where this thing launched and they're gonna be able to get their hands on this. If this was to come to North America, I would feel really, really sorry for every other smartphone manufacturer out there because the competition would be absolutely insane. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you wanna see the full review. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about this device, and if you can't wait for me to answer it, hop on Discord and I'll answer them there. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.